So we just arrived here in Bali and I picked up this book called The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. And there's this one chapter which really stuck with me. It's about Kaizen, which is the Japanese word for never-ending improvement. It lists 10 super simple rituals that are supposed to make your life better in just 30 days. So yeah, I mean, Bali felt like the right place to try it. I mean, everybody gets a little bit spiritual here. So for the next 30 days, I'm doing all 10 rituals and I'm sharing what actually worked for me. The ritual of physicality. Move your body consistently, at least 5 hours a week. Why does this matter? Because physical activity clears your head, boosts energy and makes everything else feels way easier. Sport also forces you to breathe deeply. We tend to only breathe shallow, but even 1 minute of deep breathing can make a huge difference.
Sipping on liquor for the pain, roll another spliff, can't let it go to waste. Ay, light it up, take it to the brain. 7 grams in a blunt, that's a quarter tank.
The ritual of nourishment. I mean, everybody knows that we kind of should eat healthy, but what does that actually mean? The monks, they say you should eat live foods. I mean, those who are created through the natural interaction of sun, air, soil and water. Nothing dead, basically. To make that easier to understand, kinda veggie diet, vegetable, fruits and grain. This matters because what you eat every day shows up in how you feel, move and think. Okay, so the first week in Bali went by super quick. I have to say I'm still adjusting to the heat, especially on the training side of things. And I also try to stick to those 3 rituals on a daily basis, which is the challenging part. I feel like all of the 3 are easy to do like for 1 day, but stick to them for 7 days or even for a month makes it super challenging. Especially for me, the solitude thing. I felt like doing that first thing in the morning with a coffee was a great idea for me, just spending 10 minutes outside, even though it's quite hot. But like the coffee tasted so much better, and I also had like a couple of great ideas. I actually got the idea for the video during one of those sessions.
I got remarkable range, might as perfume to fans, and also the man, so the most remain. I pick up a couple of chains, I bust down the planes, and more different terrains. I used to just play my brain, my love for the game, but now I can feel it in veins. Came from the set of my niggas, so dead on my name, so red up in money and color, I'm on this name, they talking much better than negative sentiment, but I'm on 90s, they national red, I'm much late to the session, I pull up and revving and hopping up with my demons, I let them in on the future, so we had to get them in.
I mean, the training side of things is super natural to me. I'm training like 5 days a week for like the last 20 years maybe. One thing I can highly recommend if you struggle with that is then find something what you actually enjoy. I enjoyed playing football in the past, I now enjoy doing CrossFit, so if you really like what you're doing, then chances are you are going back on a daily or like 5 times a week basis. And yeah, not 100% sure about the veggie thing, to be honest. I mean, like, sure, probably super healthy, but I feel like if I only eat veggies, especially here in Bali where the food is so amazing and a lot of it is meat-based, I would limit myself too much. So what I like to do is, I like kind of a free interpretation of the healthy nourishment thing is, like, I try to go with the healthier food choice. So if I like 2 options on the menu, I go with the healthier one. Or I try to add like at least 1 portion of veggies to every meal. And another one I try to do is like, don't eat like meat 3 times a day. We actually eat out a lot over here, so once a day should be more than enough.
Juking, Hunter Thompson histrionics, amusing. Until time make you anhedonic, how soil look on the knees of a natural. Why would there be a key to this castle? Rubbing a bremolene from out the Medina oil display.
The ritual of abundant knowledge. Read for 30 minutes a day, learn something new and practice it. Your brain is basically like a muscle. It needs to exercise too. Expanding what you know keeps your life interesting and makes for better and easier decisions. It also gives you new ways to look at things. So keep learning and stay curious.
Like a stethoscope and play my flugelhorn to learn the flanks of attack. Be them new Negroes, it 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 be them new. Stop giving me advice. Stop giving me advice. Stop.
The ritual of personal reflection. At the end of each day, write down what you did and what ran through your head. Look at it honestly. Was it positive or negative? If it's negative, make a plan to change it. Reflection helps you stop running on autopilot. You start to see what's actually working and what's not. The ritual of early awakening. Get up early, ideally with the sun. And if you struggle like me, then try to get out and expose your skin to natural light. 20 minutes is enough to wake your body up properly. Focus on quality sleep, not just the hours. 6 hours of quality sleep is more than enough. Especially those 10 minutes before and after bed. They are crucial, they set the tone for everything. So skip the late night meals and mindless scrolling. And laugh more often, because we don't laugh when we are happy because we laugh. Okay, but maybe not like a complete psychopath.
before you fall. Stumbling around, you've been guessing your direction, except you can't see it all. Now I have a name, I don't have a name, no. Who am I to blame, who am I to blame, no.
Alright, third week already in Bali. Made it to the beach. Only our third time because Sophie and I are both not the biggest beach bums. Feel like spending more than an hour on the beach is kind of boring. So sun is out today, trying to get a tan on, which usually doesn't work out for me. But I'm at least I'm trying.
Grandiose pro-setting, the author scribbled in a co-poetic.
Yeah, 4 new rituals this week, and was quite tough to implement all of them. The first one was read or like learn something new every day. I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job about that. Not like reading a lot, not the biggest bookworm, but what I like to do is like set aside 20 to 30 minutes a day, work on a specific skill like photography, videography, or learn something on YouTube. So I feel like if you find a medium which works for you, it doesn't have to be a book or a podcast, can be like YouTube as well. So try different things and see what works best for you.
In the bracket, damn it. Glued to mistakes, mismanaged. Controller of the universe, to kicked out of the planet.
The next thing was reflection, and I have to be honest, I really struggled with that. I did it a couple of evenings, really sat down and wrote my day down, and I felt like it really worked because you have it on paper, what did go well, what didn't go as planned. And to give you an example, I don't like to spend too much time on the phone, especially in the first and last hour of the day. And I struggled with that the last couple of days. So I sat down, pinpointed that in the reflection session, and the next couple of days it was a lot better. But I have to do it more consistently, and that's what I'm trying over the next couple of days.
Human by definition, confused by severity. Human by definition, it's the pros that you broke. Human by definition, goals on go. Human by definition.
Ritual number 6 is one of my favorites, but one I really struggle with. It's waking up early, waking up with the sun. I really like to do that, but I'm not a morning person at all. Sophie, on the other hand, she's like, as soon as the alarm goes off, she's there and ready to go. I, on the other hand, I really struggle with that. I like mornings, but my body takes time to wake up. So I'm working on it, but especially with the jet lag, 6 hours to Germany, like it was a hard time to adapt. So now we're trying every 2 to 3 days, we are trying to get up 15 minutes earlier. Now we're at 6:45 and I feel like that is okay, but trying to get down to 6 o'clock over the next couple of weeks.
Grandiose pro-setting, the author scribbled in a co-poetic.
And the last one, music. I mean, I love music. I even bought an iPod like a year ago and was one of the best decisions I ever made. Like I still have my Spotify subscription, don't get me wrong. There's a place for that. But I feel like spending more time listening to albums, like really focusing on what like those artists are trying to put together. It's kind of a different like listening experience. And you don't have to buy an iPod. You can listen on Spotify, but try to like be more aware to what type of music you listen, and don't only listen to music while doing other stuff. I feel like monotasking over here, just listening to music, not doing everything else, was like really made a difference for me.
The ritual of the spoken word. Have a mantra. Mantra stands for free mind. So write it down or repeat it out loud, whatever works for you. Because you are what you tell yourself. The ritual of a congruent character. Take daily steps to build your character. Focus on the traits that matter. Compassion, humility, patience, honesty, and courage. It's not about being perfect, it's about acting in line with your values, even when it's inconvenient. Character isn't built in big moments, it's built in the small, boring ones, the everyday choices, the quiet decisions. Those are what shape who you really are. The ritual of simplicity. Live a simple life and reduce your needs, kinda like essentialism. Of course, you can still get stuff, just make sure it actually adds value to your life. There are a lot of ways to do that. Buy less, leave your phone at home, spend more time offline. Because if you always want more than you have, how can you ever be happy?
Angel, you look like an angel. Always know there was angels. You could wear the same clothes, leave the club and go to work in the same clothes. Competitors don't know. Competitors running in circles with no show.
It's already the last week here in Bali, and this week I tried to implement another 3 of those rituals. The first one was the mantra thing, and I just said to Sophie the other day that I think this is kind of a weird one, like a bit too esoteric for me. But then I thought about it for a little bit longer and noticed that I was naturally doing it. I'm not speaking it out loud, but I always like to put it down on paper, kind of like set a theme for each month. One of the more recent ones was create more, consume less. I put it somewhere where I can see it. So for me, that helps to really focus on those things and makes it easier to stick to it. The next one is all about building your character, and I feel like this is a super powerful one because you can actually work on it on a daily basis. So I try to really stick to my values here, and to give you an example, I don't like to spend a lot of time on the phone, doom scrolling on Instagram, so I try to limit myself to 20 minutes a day on Insta. Does it work out every day? Of course not. But it's not about being perfect. I feel like I'm already doing a better job than last year, and that's what actually counts. And the last one is about living a simpler life. And there was this one quote in the book, if you always want more than you have, how can you ever be happy? And I feel like this is so true. We always want the next better iPhone, and I also fall into this trap. But in 2019, Sophie and I, we basically sold all our stuff, quit our jobs, and we traveled the world for a year. And obviously you can only bring 2 backpacks. But after 1 or 2 weeks, you notice that you don't need a lot of stuff to be happy. And I still try to stick to that until today. Sometimes I still get the latest camera gear. But for me, especially reducing your needs is a super powerful way to live a happier life. So am I really happier and healthier than 30 days ago? Maybe, but honestly I think 30 days is just too short of a time to really tell the difference. All I can say is that the last 30 days felt really good, and I will keep working on all of those 10 rituals, kind of make them my own. And then I guess only time will really tell.